managed to tidy up the fence a bit today. Looking loads better. Started the build on the planter that's going in the back, and thought while I had nothing else to do, I'd just do my usual water tests. Haven't done any at all this year, so everything seems dead on. No ammonia, no nitrite, and phosphates are pretty low. I use a little tetra strip test as well, just to be sure, because they actually have a chlorine test on them. I know they're not that accurate, but the results seem to be alright. So tried to film the app like it shows you on my camera, but it wouldn't do it. I had to hide in the filter house. I'll pop up the results now. Morning guys. There's been a lot going on at the pond this week. Got loads of work done. Can't remember if my last video was the one I did the fence on. That's all actually finished now, and I've built my planter in the back of the pond. I've lined it and filled it up with the compost, ready to put some plants in, but obviously garden centres ain't being open at the minute. I can't get to pick up any plants. You'll notice there is a pot buried in there. That's because I want to put a small bamboo in, and if anyone knows anything about putting bamboo in, you gotta keep them reined in, otherwise they'll just spread and destroy everything. So that's that. I wanted one of these eazy pods with the amalgam UV in it. I did miss out on one on Facebook, at 300 quid with the air pump. I'd been looking out for one, and the chap called Daryl, he's got a good YouTube channel there. I'll pop a link to it up in my comments. Definitely worth checking out. He's just finished his filter house. He's got a new pond build on the go there, waiting on some glass. It's looking great anyway. He said there was one for sale on his Facebook group that he was on. It was 250 quid. I told him to contact the guy. Said I'd have it, and he managed to secure it for 200 for me. 20 minutes up the road from me. So picked that up yesterday. Jumped in the van and went and got it straight away. And he'd actually swapped it out from his grow on to a Cockney Koi multi-bay filter, which he said was better. He said he didn't rate these pods, didn't really like it. But when I got it back, you know, I think I might have realised why. I could be wrong, but I noticed when I got it back there was no standpipe for the centre. I thought, oh, I must have just forgot to give me that. But I dismantled the thing completely, jet washed it all out, cleaned it with some bleach. Obviously the media in there is my own, so there's no concerns with that. And then when I put it all together, I couldn't get any flow through it whatsoever. But I noticed where the water comes in, there was a black pipe, and the standpipe, which I'm assuming was the standpipe, was wedged in to the intake with this hole cut in it. So water coming in was only coming through that hole. I'm assuming that's a standpipe. I didn't think it was meant to be in there. So obviously if the guy had been cleaning it without a standpipe in it, and his flow rates would have been seriously poor, he wouldn't have had any luck with it. It wouldn't have done him any good at all, because we'd be sending all the waste back to the pond. And obviously when my heaters fried over the winter, they fried the remote control units from a pump. Now because of the UV light it does restrict flow slightly, and therefore my pump's running 15,000 full chat. It's struggling to keep up with the flow. You can see the level of the water in the middle of the pod, and it was only cleaned yesterday, so it's not because it's backing up. It's just struggling, and it is a bit high flow for it. I mean, my other pod coped fine with it, but this one obviously with the UV isn't. The reason I wanted one with the UV is I want to do away with this unit here, because obviously the flow restriction. I'm going to swap the pipe work out for 1.5 inch pressure pipe and go straight from the nexus along the wall up into a new shower that I've ordered that will fit along the back wall underneath the overhang of my garage roof there. And you know, I'll take my little shower off. My only concern is the sieve on the top. I do believe I'm going to miss that for water clarity, but I think if I'll buy another pump with another controller in that, and I'll just turn it right down and have a slower flow coming through this pod, which is that's what it needs. But I may just because I got micro in this one and standard K1 in that one, I may just swap them, put the micro in the nexus. So one of my neighbours is out there sawing up. I'll put the micro in the nexus, and the standard K1 in the eazy pod. The reason I never upgraded this nexus over the years, because I know they brought out new models. This is a 200 model, and I don't know if you can see down there, but you know, the eazy bit in the centre is up on feet. When they made the 210, the cage went all the way to the bottom like it does in the eazy pod, and that means dirt can settle underneath the media. With the cages in the older ones, the dirt can come out the bottom of the eazy and go straight down to flush, so they actually clean better. Evolution Aqua did realise error of their ways, I think, and fixed it in the 220. And so the only difference really is the media and a lid and an overflow. And to be fair, these work great for me. I had a bit of a disaster yesterday when fitting this easy. I got some water on the plug of my pump, and that blew the fuse in my switch box there and tripped the house. But the fuse, well, tripped the consumer unit I have in the garage, but the fuse actually smashed into pieces, leaving bits of it inside, so I had to dismantle the whole thing and get in there and rewire it. But this UV's on, working away. I'll probably replace the bulb. I got no idea how old it is, so I'll get another one of them on order. If you like the snow, pretty petals all over the decking. At least it's not too bad in the pond, and they're definitely on their way out now. So obviously swapping the pump, swapping the shower, that's going to leave me with a spare shower which I will use, and a spare pod. I've ordered some bits for my other eazy pod. I'm going to refurbish that, put it, some of the micro K1 that was in it was escaping out the bottom of the chamber. Looks to be a bit bent in there over the years, so I'll get that sorted. And I've ordered all new valves for it. I can't be doing with having to turn the bloody thing with a spanner, so I ordered a new valve kit, new drain kit, and I'll give it a bit of service. and then I can use it elsewhere. And where am I going to use it? I'll just show you now. So, been on a road trip today. Well, I've been on two. First one was to pick an easy pod up that Dan got me, and the second one was a new grow on, because Skip come cleared the garage. Well, partially cleared it for now. I need to decorate it, paint it, sort out the ceiling, and then I'll get the grow on setup done. So where am I gonna use the rest of this gear? Well, the video I just showed you from the road trips that I did yesterday, because I was everywhere. Lincoln, workshop, out with the kids, into the new fish building. Well, what will be. Got to Skip and cleared out the garage because it was an absolute disaster. I'll show you. Skip's getting full. More to go in just yet. Had these stupid cupboards on the wall. They were all on here when I got the place, so I never really did anything with the garage, and I felt it was wasted space. So gonna get it all painted out in here. Put easy pod, bio chamber, waste. I can run water into the building, but it needs a bit of work, needs painting. Obviously plenty of junk in it, but yeah, that's the future plan. My middle daughter, she's quite interested in everything Japanese. You know, she's adamant she wants to go to Japan, which suits me, because the kids want to go. I'll have to go, unfortunately. So she's quite interested in the fish, and I'd like to get her involved in, you know, growing on some small ones, learning to keep the filters and everything else. She's obviously she's a budding artist as well. So once I've painted these walls out, you know, she likes to draw all cherry blossoms and all that sort of stuff. So I'll get her to do a bit of a mural on the wall, get it all looking a bit, you know, a bit more presentable, and I'll get rid of a couple of old gearboxes there from my car, and an old punch bag from when I used to do the Thai boxing. But the rest of it's mainly just timber and a few boxes of pipe fittings and stuff, and you know, we'll get it all sorted at some point. No major rush anyway, and get some new lights up and get it heated. I mean, it's a decent size, sort of 5 foot, 3.5 foot, 3 foot deep, and it was an absolute bargain. I honestly could not refuse it. So that's that. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you can see down there some of them black, darker chocolate young chags that I have. There's one down there now, just beside the little sankey. You know, you guys probably never even see them. I think there's a couple more, and I just want to get the rest of them out, and then I can go and pick up my Goramo, which I'm really looking forward to. So I want to get all the wee ones out of the pond. Perhaps I'll get that grow on set up sooner rather than later, and I can chuck them in there. Yeah, but anyway guys, thanks for everything. Thanks for all those that have subscribed. Really jumped up. Got to, you know, broke 700, and I haven't really been doing anything for a while, so I really appreciate that. Keep it going. Let's just push it on, and love watching everyone else's videos. So all I seem to do these days is put them on on the TV, and I don't really watch anything else. See, my daughter's out here in her pyjamas with her dog. Nightmare. Early on a Saturday morning. Nobody gets stressed too quickly in this house during lockdown. But anyway, stay safe, everyone, and I'll catch you again. Cheers. Just one more thing I wanted to quickly show you before I shoot off is the reason that I don't want to swap my shower for this one. That's it's clearly doing a job.